All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel and a solo edition of the Raptor Rundown. This is game 4 of the 23-24 season between the Trailblazers and the Raptors. The Raptors got off to a fine enough start. They were up 5 or 7 points after knocking down a couple of shots early in this game, and they were protecting the basketball. And then, it was a back and forth type game, and it was going back and forth through the early part of the game. But then the turnovers began, and this is what's killed the Raptors all season long. It was the turnover battle, and more specifically, points off of turnovers, where the Raptors had 4 turnovers early in the second half, and it just they kept going back and forth. And at half, they were up by 3 points, so it looked like it was going to be a decent night for the Raptors. And again, the third quarter happens to be what really messes up the Raptors. They get outscored by like 10 points. And, Portland never really looked back. And then there were times when the Raptors would come back and look like they were making a shot surge, but every time they needed a shot or a defensive stop, it didn't seem to happen. And one of the things that really upset me during the course of this game, even though Precious Ochoa was out, OG Anunoby did play, was the fact that the Raptors were playing an undermanned Portland Trailblazer team. They were missing Anthony Simon and Robert Williams. And, the Portland Trailblazers were coming off a back to back as well. So there's no reason why the Raptors should have lost this game. And I'm about to be heated because the Raptors just they're not even mid. They're horrendously bad. They are horrendously bad. Their defense is atrocious. Their will to win is not there. They are competitive in each and every one of these games. But the ridiculousness with the rate they lose is absolutely insane. Now, let's go through this. Game 2 against Chicago. Last second shot. Got it. Philly was never in it. Philly toyed with them. Wins by 7. Uh, the Blazers, it was a back and forth game again, like I said. The Raptors controlled much of the first half after knocking down some shots, but it just seemed like they couldn't get themselves together. And one of the most telling things about this game in particular was instead of playing Gary Trent Jr., who's been a Raptor for a while now, they played Grady Dick for most of the second half in key spots. So what does that mean for Gary Trent Jr.? Now he was in the game in the late stages, but what does it say when a rookie can basically take your spot? I don't get it. I don't like it. That's why I said I told you right from the beginning. The best thing that could happen for this Raptor team is to do exactly what they're doing, I guess, and take a nosedive. Because if you look at the quality of opponents they're losing to, they're not top tier championship level teams. They've lost to Chicago, Portland. Oh, okay, I guess Philly could be considered, but even then, they were missing James Harden. And if you enjoy talking hoops with me, like and subscribe to the channel. G will be back. He's just a little busy right now. And that gives me free reign to vent because this Raptor team has to do something. They have to do something and they have to do it now. I know the first night after the win, we were all happy and jovial, but this Raptor team is bad. This Raptor team has to figure this out. They were dominated in that fourth quarter at stretches by the defense of the Portland Trailblazers. They kept turning the ball over. Absolute sickening effort. And this is another shout out to G here Uh, it's not a Nick Nurse issue. Gee, I'm telling you, brother, there's something in the water in Toronto. They have to figure it out because I don't know how much more of this Raptor fan is going to take. And this was a home game after Portland had to travel from Philly. And I don't know what to tell you. They didn't take care of business. And this is definitely a team the Raptors are supposedly better than. But their 1-3 record tells me otherwise. Especially when you look at the fact that they were missing two of their key players. And the Portland Trailblazers just wanted it more. And every time the Raptors would get within one and miss a shot, Portland would go back and get a layup or a 3-pointer. I don't I don't know what to tell you. New coach, same team, same result. I'm flabbergasted. And this is a guy that said losing would be good for this team. But the problem is they're competitive in almost all these games minus Philadelphia. So my question then is this. What happens on Wednesday when they play Milwaukee? When they gotta cover Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the rest of the squad down in Milwaukee when they couldn't even beat an undermanned Trailblazer team. The questions are over. This Raptor team needs a rebuild. I don't know how else to say it. Trade them all, get draft picks, get younger, get assets, and let's see if we can beat the San Antonio Spurs to the bottom of the league. Because this is ridiculous. You've got to beat the Portland Trailblazers at home. Because you expect to go to Moda Arena later in the year and beat this team when they just outworked you easily, winning by 8 points. You lost to the Trailblazers by 8 points. That's more than you lost to Philadelphia. What do you tell your fan base at this point? You're 1-3. Trade them all. All three of them free agents. Gary Trent Jr. Bye. Pascal Siakam. Bye. OG Anunoby. Bye. Let's take this team right to the ground and see if we can't rebuild it because the way it is currently constructed is not enough. And the Trailblazers score, by the way, was 99-91. And the Raptors were 4 for 29 from the 3-point line. And they shot a miserable 13.8%. So you tell me, how do you fix this Raptor team? And like I said earlier, like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy basketball content. But the Raptors need to be better. There's no excuse for this. They were playing a team coming off a back to back and they lose by 8 points. And the rookie takes the spot of Gary Trent Jr. Absolutely ridiculous. Again, like and subscribe if you want. This is the Raptor Rundown. G will be back. We'll have an At the Buzzer podcast for you this week. And until next time, may your ego come from a place that keeps you humble. I'm a frustrated Mo Money, and Mamba out.